All right, good afternoon to you and welcome to the program. It's Good Afternoon Ghana, and we're going again at the Israel-Hamas war this afternoon. Our focus is on it. Remember that we've had one with the Israeli ambassador here on the platform, but we're doing now again to balance the equation with the Palestinian ambassador, concerning the current war between Israel and Hamas. Israel has thrown a lot of threats. It has also promised to flatten Hamas. What are the Palestinians' responses to it? How are they actually fighting the situation? We'll be discussing more with His Excellency Mr. ABDALFATAH Ahmed Khalil Alsattari, who is the ambassador of the State of Palestine to the Republic of Ghana. We'll be back shortly, and then we'll start talking. Welcome back to the program, and like I said, we're having an interview with the ambassador of Palestine to the Republic of Ghana, and he's already joined me in the studio in the person of His Excellency Mr. ABDALFATAH Ahmed Khalil Alsattari, and he's with me in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I know you're going through a lot now, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're welcome.
Most of the time I'm sitting with the TV more than 18 hours watching what's happening in Palestine, and we are not feeling happy when you see the children, how they bombing the housing and kill our children and women, and bombing the housing, the streets, everything. But we should feel strong to continue our struggle against the Israel occupation. I'm fine.
I'll get back to you. We've had, a number of countries and organizations call for peace. They're calling for ceasefire. They're calling for rights against humanity. They're calling for protection against children and all that. We have videos for China and Russia, what they have said about this Israel-Gaza. Let's have those videos.
The shame is not on those calling for a ceasefire in the face of such atrocities. It haunts those refusing to do so. Israel's objective is clear. It is to force people out, and regardless how many times some say it will not happen, everything confirms we were right from day one. This is Netanyahu's war. This is the war of the extremist coalition in power in Israel. No one should get sucked into it any further. Its aim is not security. Its aim is to prevent forever any prospect of Palestinian independence and of peace. These intentions are clear in the Gaza Strip, as well as in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem. Show us respect, not in words, but in deeds. Show us respect to our lives, to our rights. This is a moment in history, one where everyone will be asked where they stood, and that will determine who they truly are and what they really stand for.
A ceasefire means that the suffering of all will carry on. A ceasefire cements Hamas's control of Gaza. But even more than that, calling for a ceasefire sends a clear message that Hamas is forgiven for their deliberate atrocities, and Hamas's oppression of Gazans is given a green light by the international community. Hamas, like any other entity, only responds like any terror entity, only responds when its existence is threatened. And without the military pressure applied on Hamas, no amount of diplomacy can secure the release of hostages. Is this what the Council desires? That Hamas continues its reign of terror forever? That the hostages, among them women and children, never leave Gaza? Hamas won't even permit the Red Cross to visit them. Hamas has a clear script. If you call for a ceasefire, then you are following it. Hamas knows that it cannot defeat Israel on the conventional battlefield. This is why Hamas targets the murders civilians. They seek to terrorize Israelis and drive us out of our homeland in fear. It's easier to pressure the law-abiding democracy as opposed to the terrorists who don't even recognize the existence of international law. But is this the right and just way to ensure security? Of course not. This is Hamas's script of death. Don't agree to be part of it. Please. Hamas is the root cause of the situation in Gaza, yet there is zero accountability for their evil.
Submit to the vote the draft resolution. Those in favour of the draft resolution in document S/2023/970, raise your hand.
En contra.
Against.
Abstenciones.
Abstentions.
El resultado de la votación.
The result of the vote is as follows: 13 votes in favour, 1 against, 1 abstention. The draft resolution has not been approved due to the veto of a permanent member of the Security Council.
The United Arab Emirates is deeply disappointed with the outcome of today's vote. Regrettably, and in the face of untold misery, this Council is unable to demand a humanitarian ceasefire. Let me be clear. Against the backdrop of the Secretary General's grave warnings, the appeals by humanitarian actors, the world's public opinion, this Council grows isolated. It appears untethered from its own founding document.
If any of our own countries had been attacked in this way, we would all expect this Council to reaffirm our right to protect our citizens. Perhaps most unrealistically, this resolution retains a call for an unconditional ceasefire. I explained in my remarks this morning why this is not only unrealistic, but dangerous. It would simply leave Hamas in place, able to regroup and repeat what it did on October 7. As long as Hamas clings to its ideology of destruction, any ceasefire is at best temporary and is certainly not peace. And any ceasefire that leaves Hamas in control of Gaza would deny Palestinian civilians the chance to build something better for themselves. For that reason, although the United States strongly supports a durable peace in which both Israelis and Palestinians can live in peace and security, we do not support this resolution's call for an unsustainable ceasefire that will only plant the seeds for the next war.
We call for further and longer pauses.
Welcome back. So that's, a few excerpts that came out from the UN meeting. Now, today, 8th of December 2023, this is what Al Jazeera reported ahead of the key Israel-Hamas ceasefire vote, which is what you saw. Where do UNSC members stand? Support for a ceasefire has grown within the UN Security Council, but the US and UK might veto the proposal. And it says that the United Nations Security Council will meet Monday, 14 GMT to discuss the war in Gaza. And after the Secretary General Antonio Guterres used the special measures of invoking Article 99 to urge the organization's most powerful body to call for the ceasefire. Since October 17, 177 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed, and at least 1,147 Israelis. Now, thousands more remain missing in the rubble of Gaza, destroying buildings. Following Antonio Guterres' call, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, the only Arab country on the 15-strong UNSC, has pushed for the draft resolution mandating an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. But the votes, could not allow that. So the UN didn't decide on that, as you saw in the video. How does that make you feel?
I'm very sad that the international community see how the Palestinian people killed and how Israel is bombing our housing, our schools, our children, our women. And when someone asks the international community to stop this war, some countries vote with the veto against stopping the war. That means they support the killing of my people. So anyone vote with the veto, that means he support the killing of more than 7,000 children of the Palestinian people, and killing more than 6,000 from our women. And he support destroy more than 65% from our housing now. And killing of the journalists. They killed more than 65 journalists in Palestine, and some people work in the UN too. They killed 110. And he support the killing of everything in Gaza. Everything destroyed. Everything destroyed. The things you see it on the TV, it is nothing. If you talk with some people there and they explain to you exactly how is the situation in Gaza, you cannot believe. You cannot believe we are in 2023.
I had an interview with the Israeli ambassador to Ghana, and she said that the goal is to flatten Gaza.
My sister.
So even though what I see, I'm sad about it, but there's a goal, and they will make sure they achieve that goal. Does that not, tell you that that's a reality of what you are to expect?
My sister, first of all, good afternoon, and good afternoon to all the Ghanaian people, and thank you so much for inviting me. And I'd like to thank Ghana about this big support to Palestine and to Palestinian people, and thank Ghana because she voted in the Security Council before a few days to stop the war. And I'd like to convey to all of you the great thing of my people, the Palestinian people. This conflict did not start on the 7th of October. As the Israelis like to say. I don't like to talk about Israeli ambassador or any one of them. I want to talk about the truth, about what's happened exactly in this conflict. This conflict did not start in the 7th of October. This conflict started in the first moment when Israel started to occupy our lands. And the struggle of the Palestinian people started from the first moment too. Now, before 1992, in our history, there is nothing, its name is Hamas.
So where from Hamas? Because I was going to ask you.
I will tell you. Let me explain to you. Before 1992, there is nothing in our history. His name is Hamas. There is no Hamas. Only there is Fatah. And Yasser Arafat, our former president, lead all the Palestinian people. And before 1992, the Israelis stopped killing my people, stopped bombing our housing, stopped stealing our lands, stopped arrested my people, stopped do our life very difficult to leave our lands and our housing. They are doing the same. They are doing the same. In the first Intifada, when this Intifada started, there is nothing. Its name is Hamas. 5 years, the Palestinian people using only the stone against tank, and the Israelis killed more than 1,200 from my people, and they injured more than 20,000 from my people. In the second Intifada, how much the Israelis killed? They killed more than 4,042 from the Palestinian people, and injured more than 48,000 from my people. This conflict not between Hamas and Israel. Tell me, if this conflict between Hamas and Israel, the children in Israel killed them.
Yeah.
They attacked Israel.
When did Hamas come in?
Hamas started in 1992.
Hamas?
After the beginning of the first Intifada.
Arafat was there when Hamas
Arafat
came
was
in.
there, yes. Arafat the stronger person.
So-
And he tried to lead his people to
So
be free.
Hamas is collaborating with the Gaza military?
Hamas started to control Gaza in 2006.
Why were they controlling
After the
Gaza?
election. They won the election in Gaza.
Okay, okay.
But that's not mean all the people in Gaza support Hamas. Some people support Hamas and some people support Fatah. Now the Israelis did not bombing only Hamas, you see. They bombing all the people.
Yes,
They
because,
did not say, they
because
not,
they are not able to, separate Hamas from the whole Gaza or from Fatah.
Okay, what's about the West Bank? Our president there and our government there and the Fatah there. What they are doing there? From the beginning of this year, the Israelis killed more than 500 from my people in the West Bank. Because they want to stealing our lands every day and building of illegal settlement according to the international law. Listen to me. If they want to stop everything, it is very easy for them and for us too. But they don't believe with peace. The Israelis don't believe we are human. For them, we are only numbers. Numbers. And some of the ministers talk about us. They said we are animals.
You have the numbers.
Yeah, we are animals. He said
Oh,
we
they
are animals.
describe you as animals.
Yes.
Yeah. So I heard before November 7 when you attacked, it was after a series of commentaries made about you Palestinians in Israel. Some officials in parliament will say Palestinians don't exist. We don't have anybody called Palestinians. We don't have, comments like that. And that angered you and made you strike the way you did.
The people in Gaza did not have any hope. You know sometimes why the people decide to go decide, I want to go to die. You know why? When you are feeling there's no difference between the life and the death.
Okay.
There is no difference. You don't have money. You don't have food. You don't have water. You don't have clothes. You don't, as a father, you don't have money to buy anything to your children, to buy book to your children in the school. Mm-hmm. If you don't have anything, when you don't have any space between the death and the life, sometimes you decide to go to die. You understand? Israel blocked Gaza 16 years. Yeah. 16 years blocked Gaza. And the people, Israel control the water, control the lights. Now 65 days, the people did not have light in Gaza. Control the light, control the agriculture, control the medicine, control everything. Everything. What do you want from the people in Gaza to feeling? And you know, the people who's living in Gaza, Israel uprooted their grandfather from their lands in 1948. When Israel the Jews start to come to Palestine, the Israelis. And Israel uprooted their fathers from the land which occupied in 1967. When Israel occupied all Palestine, Gaza, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, occupied all our lands. What do you want the people to do when they don't have any hope with anything? And don't believe sometimes the international community. They don't believe. When he see, according what some of the big countries talk, okay, Russia want to occupy Ukraine. Okay, most of the countries stand by the side of Ukraine. This according to the international law, because they refused Russia to occupy Ukraine. Okay, Israel occupied Palestine on the other side.
You're talking about Ukraine.
This big country support Israel against my people, support and have the big solidarity to the occupier against my people. So how we can understand it? I cannot understand it. I cannot understand, and my people cannot understand it. If I have hope in the future, I will take care about myself. I will take care about my family. I will take about the health, the education, the women, the children. Take about our life. The Israelis destroy our life. They are looking to us, as I said to you, like animals. You don't want to give the Palestinians anything, and they want to take everything. Now that children who losing his father and his mother, in the future, what he will do? What he will do?
So Gaza today has been described as a place that is really not safe. Nowhere is safe for
Yes.
any civilian.
Yeah.
That's how it looks like.
Yes, of course. Listen to me.
I know
You know-
a truckload of food
You know what Israel is
that the
doing?
UN used to bring. I think they used to bring about, is it 400 trucks of loads. Now you bring just about 20 trucks of loads.
I will tell you what Israel is doing. The Israel is called the Palestinian families on the phone. Leave your house.
Oh, really?
Yes. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes they call the Palestinian people, leave your house. The people leaving their house, where they will go? 4 places. Mosques, church, hospitals, and the schools. Israel bombing the 4.
Yeah, because Israel said sometime before they strike, they warn you.
Not all the time. And in one bomb in the Shajaiya area, they killed more than 500 people. They don't warning them. They don't ask them to leave. More than 500 people. They killed them. Because they want to kill one of the leader of Hamas. You understand? They don't ask the people to leave. But when they ask me to leave my house, and I'm going to church, and sitting in that church, and Israel bombing the church and the schools and the hospitals and the mosques. You know, let's imagine, only imagine. The voice of Israel with us. We have the voice of Israel. And Israel have the small weapons with the Palestinian people. And some big countries support us. Okay? And we start to call the Israelis on their phone to leave their housing. And when they go to the hospitals and the church and the schools and the mosques, we bombing them. And we killed from them to now more than 20,000 people. Most of them are children and women. What the Israelis will call this? You know what they will call it? They will call it Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
They will call it Holocaust. Now they are doing the same with us. They should stop. They should stop. This world should living in peace. And all the people should have hope in the future. This will not help the Israelis before the Palestinian people. Believe me. This will not help them.
It will not clip them?
Will not help them. I will tell you why.
Why?
The Palestinian people, from the beginning, they are looking to live in their country in peace. And we are living in our country in peace. Before the Israelis come and occupy my country and my people, we was living in peace.
You are largely Christians.
Me?
The
Israelis?
No, the Palestinians.
We have a Christian.
You have Christians.
I will explain this idea. Listen to me. Some of the people think this conflict is religion conflict.
Exactly.
No, not religion conflict, political conflict. But
why do you say so?
I will tell you why.
You know why I was asking
I'm from
that.
Gaza. I'm from Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
I am from Gaza. Okay. The Christian in Palestine, they are Palestinian.
Mm-hmm.
They are not Israelis. The Israelis, they are Jewish. They believe in
Yes.
Moses. They don't believe in Jesus.
Yes.
Me, I'm Muslim, but I believe in Jesus.
Okay.
Me, in my Quran, I should believe. And I told all my brothers, the Muslims in the world, they should believe in Jesus. He's like Muhammad for me, like all the prophets, all the messengers in the world. And we believe that he will back one day. So the people who's living in my deputy in the embassy, he was a Christian. My deputy. And my authority sent him ambassador to Angola before a few months. Now he's ambassador.
I just want to show this one first.
Yeah.
So this is what His Excellency brought me.
This is from Bethlehem.
This is from Bethlehem. I've actually been to Bethlehem
Yes,
before.
Bethlehem.
Yes.
I visit the church a lot of times, the Nativity Church. I'm Muslim, but I went there a lot of times.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Oh, I've been there once.
And I'm feeling the same thing when I go to the Al-Aqsa Mosque to pray. I'm feeling the same.
Yeah.
If my mom born me here in Ghana, what I will be? Ghanaian, right?
Ghanaian. Mm-hmm.
If my mom born me, if my father and my mother Christian, and they born me, what I will be?
You
I will be Christian.
Yeah.
So we should respect each other. And my mom teach me, I should respect all the people in the world. I am not looking to their religion at all. And I told all the Ghanaian people when they come to visit me, if you are Muslim, in the mosque, if you are a Christian, in the church, outside, we are one family. We should living together. So the conflict not between Muslims and the Christian. I want all my brothers, the Christian here in Ghana, to understand. The Israelis, they are not a Christian, they are Jewish. They believe only in Moses. They don't believe with anyone. You understand? But the Christian in Palestine, they are Palestinian. In Bethlehem, 90% from the people who's living there, they are Christian. They are Palestinian. My close friend in Gaza, he's a Christian. He's a Christian. So we have very big three cities: Bethlehem, Beit Sahur, Beit Jala, in the West Bank. And you know, the West Bank occupied in 1967. And according to the international law, all the land which occupied in 1967, it is Palestinian land, including East Jerusalem, the capital city of the Palestinian people. So Bethlehem is Palestinian city. And all the families who's living in Bethlehem, they are Palestinian. There's no one Israeli family in Bethlehem, you know? One single person living in Bethlehem.
Wow.
All the people who is living in Bethlehem, they are Palestinian. Number two, when the Pope of the Vatican come on the Christmas to visit the Nativity Church, our president received him inside the church. The Israelis cannot come to receive the
Church of Nativity.
He cannot. The Israelis cannot come because it is Palestinian land. So the Palestinian in Palestine, the Christian in Palestine, they are our brothers. You know, when I arrived to Ghana to start my work, I organized meeting to my staff. And I told them the same. If you are a Christian, in the church. If you are Muslim, in the mosque. In the work, we are one family. We are brothers. Because, you know, all the prophets and the messengers, they come to teach all of us the peace. How to have very good relation with each other. How to take care about each other. How to help each other. And to love each other. And to try to do everything very good to all the world. I cannot hate anyone because of his religion. I cannot. You know, I am Palestinian, okay,
Yeah.
and I am Muslim, okay. Our conflict not with the Jewish,
Okay.
you see, and our conflict not with the Israelis. You see, our conflict with the occupier, with the Israeli soldiers and the settlers who's coming, and they start to stealing our lands every day, morning.
So
they are
is
coming
it-
with the force and they stealing our lands, and they start to building of illegal settlement on our lands. This conflict between all the Palestinian people and the occupier to my people and my lands. If they leave, I think the two sides will living in peace.
So if they leave, you're not going to strike. Netanyahu has said that, you know, you had a ceasefire for about 4 days. How many days was that? 4 days.
4 days, and then 2 days, and then...
And then 2 days, and then they started again.
Okay.
And they said they're not going to. In fact, they have some of Palestinians in their they've captured some of them, and they're saying they're not leaving them alive. I don't know if how many captives have they, according to your records?
In the Israeli present?
Yes, with the Israelis.
Present. We have more than 7,000.
So the video we saw on social media circulating with them almost naked, is it confirmed that they are Palestinians?
Palestinians?
Yes. We saw some videos of men who have been stripped naked on the streets.
They are Palestinian, yes.
They are Palestinian.
Yes. When they asked them to leave their housing, they asked them to come out from their housing
homes.
and then remove all their clothes and ask them to sit down. And now it is raining in my country, you know, and it is very cold.
Oh.
Now it is very cold in my country, yeah. And then they catch their hands like this and put something on their eyes and take them to some places and they start to beat them. It's not enough to bomb their housing, and then they take them to arrested some of them. Our life is very difficult. Our life is very difficult, and this conflict should stop. Enough. 75 years. My people suffering under this occupation. 75 years. The Israelis arrested my people, stealing our lands, building of illegal settlements, killed children, women, journalists, teachers, doctors, nurses. Shirin Abu Akleh, she's a journalist like you. She's work in Al Jazeera. And she's a Christian, she's not Muslim, but she's Palestinian. You see,
I actually saw the journalist whose family was eliminated.
Yeah.
But he went on to carry out his work.
And some of our journalists, they killed their families too, you know. يعني والد دحدوح, he worked in Al Jazeera, in Gaza now, and they covered the news from the hospital. They killed her family. They bombed her family.
Did you anticipate this situation when you ignited the strike on November 7, when you thought that, well, we want to let you feel that we're still around, and therefore you strike the way you did?
When I see the news, you know, I'm hearing the voice of the plane on the TV, the warplane, and I'm hearing the voice of the bomb. I'm hearing the voice when Israel attacked with the tank or with the rockets. I'm hearing the voice on the TV because some of the TV show it live. So when I'm hearing the news or watching the TV, I'm feeling I'm in Gaza. I'm feeling I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling I know how much my people suffering in this situation. We are looking to stop this war soon, and we pray. But if it is not enough to kill 18,000 from my people, the Israelis can continue if they want to kill more.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you striked, right? You moved first, and they're saying, Israel is saying that we're retaliating because they started it, right? You were at a ceasefire at some point, and then we heard Palestinians attacked Israel.
The Israelis, listen to me. Israel have all the weapons in the world, and the Palestinian people have only small weapons to defend about themselves. According to the international law, okay, all the lands which occupied in 1967, it is Palestinian land, right? And all the land, all the people in the world, all the countries in the world asked Israel to stop its occupation to the land which occupied in 1967, right? All the world supported. The President of America, Biden, he talked about it all the time. The only solution for this conflict, the two-state solution. So all the world support the two-state solution. Ghana support the two-state solution. The African Union support the two-state solution. The European Union support the two-state solution. All the world agree except Israel. What they want? You know, I invite the African ambassador to dinner in my residence. And after the dinner, we start to talk. You know, the former ambassador to South Africa, she's my friend. You know what she said? When the apartheid started in South Africa, I was a student in the university. And I saw the apartheid with my eyes. I don't want anyone to talk with me about it. And now when I open the TV to see what's happening in Palestine, I see the same. What the Israelis want? They refuse the two-state solution. And they refuse one state to the Palestinians, and we can live together. They refuse. What they want? They want to continue to occupy my people. They want to continue the occupation.
Yeah.
And they want to continue the apartheid against my people.
Yeah, but clearly that's the agenda.
This is the agenda, so this will not help them. Maybe now they are feeling they are strong enough to kill my people and destroy our housing and kill children and women, but this is not good for them. And you will see in the future this is not good for them.
Really?
Yes, not good for them. Not good for them.
They say
if I kill the children, you will respect me? Me. If I kill the children and women, you will respect me?
Okay, I get you.
You will not respect me. You will look into me as a very bad person.
Is that how you see Netanyahu? He's a bad person?
I don't like to talk about any personal things, but Netanyahu, I read about him in the book of one of the Israeli leaders. His name is Yehud Barak. He talked about him when he was in the army, you know. And Netanyahu don't believe with peace at all with the Palestinian people.
That's what you read.
No. He don't believe. He don't want to see the Palestinian people in Palestine. He don't want to see them. He don't want to hear anything about them. Benjamin Netanyahu. Because of that, when our president Yasser Arafat and Yitzhak Rabin, the Prime Minister of Israel, they signed agreement in 1993 for the peace, right? And according to, they call it Oslo Agreement. According to this agreement, the Israelis should leave our lands after 5 years. And Palestine should be free, and we will establish our state on the land which occupied in 1967. You know what the Palestinian people doing and what the Israelis doing? The Palestinian people, all of them, start to organize very big demonstration support to this agreement. Because my people like the peace, like the Ghanaian people here. We are peaceful people. We want only to living. We don't want to control our life. We don't like someone to come and stealing my land or take my home. You see? So we start to organize very big demonstration support to this agreement. In the other side, they start to organize very big demonstration for what? Against the agreement. And the person who lead this demonstration, Benjamin Netanyahu. And he talked very bad against Ishaq Rabin, the Prime Minister of Israel. What's happened after that? One from the Israelis, he shot the Prime Minister of Israel and he killed him. Ishaq Rabin. After that, they killed the peace process. Now, if you want to ask the Palestinian people, if Israel agree to living near us, and Palestine, the Palestinian people living on the land which occupied in 1967, the Palestinian people said, okay, we agree. All the Palestinian political parties, they agree about this, including Hamas. You see? If ask the Israelis, they agree? Don't agree. Ask them. They agree?
So
they agree to leave our lands which occupied in 1967 according, if they respect the international law. They want to steal our dignity. They want to steal our hope. You don't want us to living in our lands and teach our children the hope of the future. And take care about our education, take care about the woman, take care about...
So when you see the children being murdered or killed in the war, how do you feel?
I'm feeling very sad.
Because for some of us, what we see is that the agenda of Israel, obviously, is to eliminate Palestine. They have told us in interviews that they want to flatten completely Gaza. So it's not even just what we think, but what we have been told. So in seeing children being murdered, then you know that the future is being removed.
You know, one of the Palestinian women, she married before 14 years in Gaza. And the last year, she became pregnant and she had children. He was only 1 month. I saw the woman on the TV. Israel bombing her neighbor house. After she had birth, she had very beautiful baby. She is girl. When the Israel is bombing the house of her neighbor, they cut the 2 legs to the children because of the bomb. How any person, a normal person in this world will feel? On the other side, one from the Israeli soldiers, he has children 2 years old, and he went to Gaza, these soldiers, to kill the Palestinian people, and from inside Gaza, he called his daughter and told her, Daddy, today your birthday. I want to send you very nice gift. And my gift to you, he have 2 phones, one here and one here. This one he took with his daughter, and the second one he took with the soldiers. And my gift to you, I want to bombing now one of the Palestinians' housing, big housing. And then he start to account to the soldiers. 9, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Open on the TV, on the YouTube, you will see it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And they're bombing the house. This is the gift to his children. Destroying our housing. Look to the culture the difference between the Palestinian people and the Israelis. Why? You know, I spent in Ghana 9 years. And I like this country. And when they asked me before 5 years, we want to remove you to another country, I told them, no, I don't want to go. I want to continue here in Ghana. You know why? Because this country is very peaceful. And the people of Ghana has the culture of the peace. And the Muslims and the Christians living together like one family. And there is democracy. Maybe more than a lot of countries in the world. And the people, everyone try to do his best to remove his country and strong his country. So, if you have good culture and you are only human, you will not support the killing. So when the Security Council voted against stopping the war, I was surprised. Why?
Yeah.
Why? One of the Palestinian women, his children was sick, and she took him to the hospital since this war. And she went to buy something to her children from the market. Since she was there, the Israel is bombing the hospital. When she back, she said, I did not find the children, I did not find the doctor, I did not find the hospital. How I will feel, me or you or anyone, any human, any normal person or a human person in this world, how he will feel? If they want to living in peace, this is not the way to the peace. There's another way.
I'm having a conversation with the Palestinian ambassador to Ghana. Let's take a quick breather. We need to breathe. We'll be back shortly. I have just 5 minutes to wrap up with my guest that I'm with in the studio is the ambassador of Palestine to Ghana, His Excellency ABDALFATAH Ahmed Khalil Alsattari, and he is the ambassador to Ghana. So that's also something that he brought to me, a very beautiful gift. I love the design. This is something that he says is actually designed by Palestinians. So they actually are talented or skilled to do things like that with their hands, not machine. This is handmade. And you know how we we cherish handmade things. It takes a lot of time, a lot of skill to weave things like this. And I'm so grateful. It's beautiful.
You know, when I lost my wife when I was only 6 years old.
Yeah.
And my mom take care of us. Oh. My mom doing like this one and seal it.
Wow.
To the people to get some money to take care about us. She's doing the same, but she losing to
her
see
early,
you know. Because she all the time doing like this.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's training to do it. Okay. Yeah. So these are the two things I got from Palestine today. I'm grateful. Thank you. So what are you doing now, going forward? What's going to happen? We obviously, if UN couldn't vote, to cease fire, what's your hope?
I want to tell you what the Israelis want. The Israelis want all the Palestinian people to leave their lands. They think, or they dream. I don't know from where this culture come to the Israelis. From 1948, they think the older, when they start to enter our lands and control our lands, they think the older from the Palestinian people will die.
Okay.
And the younger will forget Palestine as their state.
From
this did not happen and will not happen at all, because all the fathers teach their children the history and the geography of Palestine. The Israelis want the Palestinian people to leave their lands, and some of the ministers start to talk. When we uprooted and transferred the Palestinian people from Gaza, we will start to build a new settlement in Gaza. You see what the Israelis want, how they are thinking. But my people will not leave their lands. 65 days they bombing Gaza, and the people in Gaza. Nobody leave Gaza. They are there.
Are they saying Hamas is stopping Red Cross from entering Gaza? Is that true?
Must try to defend about all the Palestinian people. Defense about themselves, not only Hamas. Listen to me. I am a human person. I don't like the killing from this side or this side. I like to see this war stop. I like to see the Palestinian people sitting with the Israelis on the table and sign peace agreement. But this is our culture. But if you ask the Israelis, you agree to the two-state solution? If you ask any one of them, they did not believe. They want, the only country in the world did not have to now, did not have border, Israel. Did not have map, Israel. Ask an Israeli. Show me the map of your country. Did not have. Sometimes if some of their ministers go to some programs and they want to show the map of Israel, there's no Palestine. Yeah, sometimes they add Jordan to Israel. Some of their ministers. Because they did not have borders, because they believe they should take more and more from the Palestinian lands. And the settlement, they build it between our cities and villages.
So they shouldn't add Jordan to Israel?
They want to add it. Some of their ministers believe Jordan, Israel should occupy it. Some of them believe, yeah. Some of their ministers. I saw some of them. When he showed the map of Israel, he added Jordan to Israel. They want to take Jordan too. And they occupied in 1967, occupied Sinai. It is Egyptian land. And to now, Israel occupied the Golan. It is Syrian land.
That's why I said that it's probably a religious war. You don't want to see it
Not
as a
religion. No,
religious
no, no,
war.
no, no. Not religion. Not religion. Not religion. Not religion. I tell you, our believing, we are not. This conflict not between us and the Jewish, or the Israelis too. Our conflict only between all the Palestinian people and the occupier. The government which come to occupy my people and control our life and stealing everything to the Palestinian people. Imagine that when the settlers, imagine the settlers every morning, they open the doors of the settlement and come out, and the Israeli soldiers behind them, and then go to one of the Palestinian village. The people don't have anything. They don't have weapons. They don't have rockets. They don't have tanks. They don't have anything. Only they have the things they use it in the agriculture.
Yeah.
And they ask you to leave your house, or ask you to leave your lands. You want to take your land, and come to your house and start to with the stone attack your house and broken the glasses and the doors to your hand. And sometimes they pit the people with everything. And when the Palestinian people start to defend about themselves with the stone, the Israeli soldiers come and arrest them. What we can call this? If we do the same, what the Israelis will call it? Apartheid.
Yeah.
So they are doing the apartheid against the Palestinian people.
And that's what time will allow us here. We've had to spend time with the ambassador, Palestinian ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency ABDALFATAH Ahmed Khalil Alsattari. We will definitely be keeping in touch with him and finding out the updates from Palestine, Gaza to be precise, so that we know some more updates as far as this war is concerned. Israel is not backing down anytime soon from the indication we're getting from them, but according to Palestine, they cannot eliminate Palestinians. Let's see how that also goes. Rather disturbing videos and pictures you see of especially children and women who are affected in this war. Thank you for your time. We definitely will spend some more time with you some other time.
Thank you so much.
Grateful. This has been Good Afternoon, Ghana. Thanks for watching.